What's up guys, and welcome to another TechApplied video.
In today's video, we're going to show you the difference in gaming between the RTX 3060 Ti and the GTX 1060 6GB model. With the current situation today, graphics card prices, etc., no one can get the brand new 3000 series really, and a lot of us are still holding on to these old GTX cards such as the 1060, and we're going to see if it's actually worth upgrading from a 1060 and paying stupid prices for a brand new 3000 series at the moment. We also all know the answer to that. It is worth upgrading from the 1060 to the 3060 Ti, but what we set out to answer is it worth holding on to your 1060s until graphics card prices become more reasonable. And hopefully in today's video we're going to give you an idea on what you can expect and if you should hold on to your graphics card or pay stupid money to get a 3060 Ti.
On the left we have a GTX 1060 and it's from Asus. It's a dual model in white with 6GB of VRAM. And on the right we have the RTX 3060 Ti from Palit, and it's also the dual model with 8GB of VRAM. And now some gameplay from both 1080 and 1440 just to compare, so enjoy.
So now we are jumping into some gaming benchmarks for you. Throughout today's benchmarks, the GTX 1060 statistics are going to be on the left and the RTX 3060 Ti are going to be on the right, as you can see from the MSI Afterburner statistics. Both GPUs have been paired with a Ryzen 5 5600X just to get the maximum amount of performance out of these GPUs that we can get. Also 16GB of RAM running at 3200 MHz. And as you can see here, the 3060 Ti at 1080p is clearly smashing the GTX 1060, and that's going to be the story basically throughout today's benchmarks. At 1440p it's a similar story. The RTX 3060 Ti is still well ahead, but considering the nature of these games and how GPU intensive they are, the 1060 is doing a very good job. Especially when the card was launched, it wasn't really aimed at 1440p gaming, it was more of a 1080p gaming card.
So we're jumping into Star Wars Battlefront 2 now, and as you can see on the left hand side, the 1060 is still getting over 60 frames per second.
We're getting help from that smuggler, Solo.
Now we're jumping into 1440p. As you can see on the right hand side, we had a slight hiccup with the 3060 Ti footage. For some reason it only recorded a small snippet, but you can probably guess the outcome anyway looking at the frame rates when it's actually in the game. We're getting near enough double at 1440p.
Yes, starting to get the hang of it. What'd you do back home? Drove a car. I was a chauffeur.
All stop! This is far enough. Infantry will go on the first whistle, then we follow.
Heavens above. You ever seen anything like this? I have, I'm sorry to say.
Listen, we're gonna cut down the guns up by that windmill. Those field guns are shredding their outfit! Look where that shot came from, and let them have it! Hurry with that field gun!
Field gun clear! Hey, Finch, did you see that one?
So we felt like there wasn't really much else to say throughout the rest of those benchmarks there, as they basically speak for themselves. You can clearly see the results on the screen and what actually is the difference between the two cards. But Battlefield 5 here now is just the 3060 Ti at 1080p on the left and 1440p on the right. The only reason there is no GTX 1060 gameplay is because at the time of this recording, the internet went down and we were unable to open Origin to record the 1060 stats. But it's the same story as the rest of the benchmarks today. So guys, that concludes today's benchmarks, and overall we have decided that for 1080p gaming, if you already own a GTX 1060, you are probably better off sticking with it for the time being, especially as the prices for the new GPUs at the moment are extortion. You'll pay triple retail price just to get hold of them, whereas you could just save that money. Yes, we don't know how long this crisis is going to go on for, the GPU shortage, but you do have a functioning graphics card. Especially if you've kept the GTX 1060, you'll be able to play 1080p games, ultra settings, just like today's benchmarks, at majority of the time over 60 FPS. 1440p, yes, that is a struggle for the 1060. I wouldn't really recommend playing at 1440p. I'd stick to 1920 by 1080. But if you did prefer the quality over FPS, then it will still manage, an over 40 FPS experience most games at 1440p. Another question is, can we recommend to you going out and buying a GTX series card if you're currently using an iGPU or a lower end card like GT 1030 or something like that? In my opinion, no. I think you should save your money and just hold on, wait for the graphics card market to normalize, and just keep biding your time. Just stick with what you've got. Yes, it may not be the experience that you want from your PC, but it's better to hold on and wait for things to normalize and get a better graphics card. So no, don't go out and buy a GTX series card if you don't currently have one and have something lower. But if you do have one at the moment, I'd say stick with it, wait for things to normalize, and you're still having a decent 1080p experience in most of the GTX cards anyway. So just hold on, guys, and we hope you enjoyed today's video. All that's left to tell you to do now is
Subscribe, like, leave a comment below, and we hope you enjoyed.
see you in the next video.